got Cam Newton, y'all. And I don't know, man. I kind of was let down, bro. And I'm different. I think differently. And I love that about myself. Um and I'm confident enough to express that. Cam Newton had a speech that he delivered on his show, Fourth and One, where he was acknowledging his firing at ESPN. And Cam's speech in the beginning was heartfelt. I was like, yo, that's a damn good, mature perspective, right? But then it started to become very, very, very uncomfortable for me. And I could explain why. But that speech, although unintentionally, made his own team feel, dare I say, second class. And I think that the appreciation for ESPN was genuine. I really do. I think that he really meant everything he was saying. But then that appreciation and praise, it shifted almost entirely to ESPN's talent, culture, ambiance. And I could just imagine if I worked on his staff and I go around all the time. Let's say if I work on his staff and, when I'm at the dinner table with my family, holidays, like all this stuff, right? Can you imagine everyone knows you work for Cam Newton. When you go out and about, somebody asks you what you do. Yeah, I'm a producer on the show. You might know it. It's called Fourth and One with Cam Newton. They'll be like, oh shit, yeah, I do know. And they built this reputation of working for Cam. And then you hear those people, and you hear, like the producers and those people, you hear Cam publicly say this. Wouldn't that kind of embarrass you a little bit? Because the things that he was saying, ESPN had the best talent, and then they had the best off-screen talent, the producers, and this and that, and working with Molly, Stephen A. Smith, it was this and all that. You like, bro. So what the fuck are we? And to be honest, y'all, I didn't even think that Cam was even considering himself an employee of ESPN. I didn't know. I didn't think that. I didn't think that. I didn't think that Cam Newton was searching for validation and seeking employment from ESPN. I did not know that. Because that's what it started to come off like that. Very uncomfortable, bro. Very uncomfortable. Mm-mm. And I would say disappointing, bro. And the reason why I say disappointing and uncomfortable is this. The same thing that you rave about or that you were raving about with ESPN is what makes 4th and 1 and Funky Friday special. Because I would think that you would walk into ESPN and say, bro, imagine if we had all of this. But that's not how it looks like you came in. It looked like you came in there like, I wish I had all of this. When the thing that makes 4th and 1 so special is that you don't have all those resources, and the resources that you do have is going so fucking hard that they're competing with that media giant. So I would think you as a CEO and leader will recognize what those guys are doing for you and how hard they're going for you and say, hey, I appreciate everything, but I didn't see it. Y'all saying I got fired. I don't think no, I was there making appearances. I got my own shit over here. I got my squad over here. But it seemed like if ESPN would have said, hey, Cam, we want you probably listen, I know you wouldn't have ditched your team, but the way you were talking to me, I can't speak for everybody else. It seems like you value their employment more than 4th and 1's efforts. Just an observation. And the sad part is this, bro. They didn't fire you. They told you to go be free. And your motherfucking ass keep trying to get adopted again. That's what made me uncomfortable. That's the part right there. Because it don't look right to me. It just don't. I got so much respect for Cam. I got so much love for Cam. I think Cam one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever play a fucking football game. But Cam, with respect, bro, your team didn't deserve that, bro. Whether they took it like that or not, your team and the way your setup looks, they work too fucking hard to be disrespected like that. You a better leader than that, Cam.